is enough said.
Happy Thursday, Heat Nation. Your boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Guys, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel as we continue to push for 6,000 subscribers. And together, let's go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Now, it's been cold the last few days here in South Florida. Not really cold, but you know, upper 50s, lower 60s. That's when South Floridians grab on their long sleeves. I got my WXW wrestling hoodie on. For those of you that don't know, I was trained partially by a WWE Hall of Famer, Alpha the Wild Samoan. Trained with him, stayed with him for about 5 years up there in Minneota, Florida. He was great to me. I wrestled for his promotion, WXW. I was actually the former heavyweight champion, 2-time champ. But you know, wearing this hoodie kind of takes me back to some good days. So thought I'd throw it on for this channel, especially since it's cold. But we ain't talking about wrestling, y'all. We talking about Miami Heat basketball. Before I get to today's topic, I do want to shortly talk about the game yesterday. I'm just adjust the mic real quick. I did post a short on it earlier today, but last night was just disgusting. The Heat dropped another game to the LA Clippers, 119-104. Heat just get destroyed by the Clippers. Obviously a better team. You do have great games from Tyler Hero, 31 points, 22 points from Andrew Wiggins. Duncan Robinson comes off the bench, knocks down 5 threes, 15 points. Pelle Larsson in 28 minutes gives you 10 points, 3 steals. Continues to show you that with this youth movement, Pelle Larsson is going to be with that movement. I know that we had the first round draft pick with Kel'el Ware, but Pelle Larsson is showing you that he's not just a one-trick pony. He does everything. He plays hard, diving for the loose balls. There was that play where he dove for the loose ball, snatched it, tossed it over to Terry Rozier. It got out of his hands a few times. He kept diving for it, going after it. That's Miami Heat culture, and that's the mindset that we need to get back to. Not just Pelle Larsson, every player. But Pelle Larsson is showing you that for the future, he's going to be one of the assets and a quality role player coming off the bench. But the Heat just get outmatched. You lose 5 in a row. This is bad. Because here's the thing. Right now, we are stuck in this purgatory, you guys, and it's so disgusting because we've never been at this situation before. The last time we were at something like this was 10 years ago during the 2014-2015 season. The Miami Heat were stuck in mediocrity as well. But there wasn't a play-in tournament back then. There's a play-in tournament now. And the Heat are 9th seed. So as the Heat continue to lose, people are going to think, well, tank and go after Cooper Flagg. Well, that's going to be very hard because the Heat are actually 6.5 games above the Toronto Raptors for the 11th seed. They're 2 games above Chicago for the 10th seed. So tanking out of the play-in is going to be pretty impossible unless the Heat just lose like every freaking game. But I don't see Toronto, Brooklyn, or Philadelphia going on a winning streak to capture one of those play-in spots. So the Heat are stuck. Now, you have a really difficult schedule. All of the next 5 games that you're playing are against teams that are all playoff teams. So I mean, I'm not going to say the Heat are going to lose all 5 straight, but they could. So you don't know where it's going to be. But seriously, you guys, even if we lose a bunch of games, I still think that we're going to be 9th seed, maybe 10th seed. But what it seems like the Miami Heat are doing is potentially tanking in a way where they can get 2 first-round draft picks this year. Now, we've talked about this a lot before, you guys, but I kind of want to break it down on this episode. There's 2 options that the Miami Heat are going to going into the playoffs. If the Heat make the playoffs, if they play their way and win in the play-in tournament and make their playoffs, then their 2025 draft pick goes to the OKC Thunder this year. But they will get their 2026 and 2028 draft picks protections lifted, which means they will own 2 future first-round draft picks that they have, which they can include in potential trades. But if the Heat do not make the playoffs, then they will keep their 2025 draft pick. They will also get Golden State Warriors 2025 draft pick from the Jimmy Butler trade. So this would give the Miami Heat 2 first-round draft picks in this upcoming draft. One of those picks will be in the lottery. Golden State's pick will probably be around anywhere from the 18th to the 22nd pick, the way that Golden State is playing. This draft in 2025 is deemed one of the most loaded draft class. So it looks like what the Miami Heat may be doing. I'm never going to say this team is tanking. They're just not that good. But playing certain players a certain amount of minutes, maybe the Heat potentially are just saying, you know what? It is what it is this season. Let's not worry about the future. Let's worry about the now. If you get 2 first-round draft picks, you guys, you are going to potentially get 2 players that are going to help you now. One of these players can be a game-changing player. Maybe both of them can be. We've seen what the Miami Heat have done with first-round draft picks lately. In 2017, you pick up Bam Adebayo with the 13th pick. In 2019, you pick up Tyler Hero with the 14th pick. You pick up Jaime Jaquez Jr. in the 2023 draft. You picked up Kel'el Ware last year. Now, you picked up Nikola Jovic in the 2021 draft. The only one that you didn't really hit was Precious Achiuwa back in 2020. But you were able to trade him and Goran Dragic for Kyle Lowry. We're not going to get to that subject now. But what I'm saying is that the Miami Heat lately have been hitting in these first-round draft picks. A lot of these first-round draft picks, Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo included, became all-stars. And if the Miami Heat are going to potentially have 2 first-round draft picks, these draft picks can be anywhere from the 10th to the 22nd pick. And that's 2 of them. Now, can the Heat potentially get the number 1 pick if they're in the lottery? Sure. You saw the Atlanta Hawks get it last year. They had about a 6% chance. So if the Miami Heat are in the lottery, yes, they'll have a potential to get Cooper Flagg with the first pick. Chances are, they probably won't. So you're looking at picks anywhere from 10 to 22. And when you look at a lot of these players, guys like Liam McNeely, Ben Seraph, Jeremiah Fears, Igor Denham, Cam Jones, Colin Murray, Nolan Traore, Carter Bryant, Hugo Gonzalez, Thomas Sober, Rasheer Fleming, you have a lot of potential to add players in this draft. And for what I'm seeing, what the Miami Heat need to focus on, get a wing player and get a point guard. Davion Mitchell, in my opinion, is our point guard for the future. Starting point guard or backup point guard, either or. But he's going to be a point guard of the future. You need to bring him back. You got to get Terry Rozier out of here. You got to try to get Duncan Robinson out of here to free up some cap space. But you need to focus on 2 main draft picks. You already hit with Kel'el Ware with the center. Jaime Jaquez, I know he's had his sophomore struggles, but I still think highly of Jaime Jaquez. Nikola Jovic is going to be your power forward center coming off the bench. He's going to be your playmaker. If you can get another center, you have Asia Noel. That's another option also. You also have Danny Wolf. You also have Thomas Sorber, who I mentioned. You have a lot of centers that are coming off this draft as well. Maybe you get another guy to be a 3-headed monster with Kel'el Ware and Bam. But you need to focus on a point guard, a Jeremiah Fears, an Igor Denham, a Cam Jones, a Nolan Traore, a LeBaron Philon. You have a lot of point guards that are coming off this draft. A lot of highly recruited point guards and centers and wing players. So if the Heat have 2 first-round draft picks this year, they could potentially help this team now. And then you're going to be able to potentially shed contracts like Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, maybe even Andrew Wiggins to create more flexibility and space for you. James Harden is going to be a free agent this offseason, but he's too old. I think what the Miami Heat should focus on is the 2026 offseason. Get these draft picks, allow your youth movement to have another year together, maybe add some pieces with your mid-level and biannual exception. But right now, moving forward, this is going to be the best option for the Miami Heat. So Heat Nation, let me know what you think. Do you think it's time to wave the white flag and go after the 2 first-round draft picks, knowing that we will lose protections on certain picks, but having 2 first-round draft picks in a loaded 2025 draft can actually be better? Let me know what you think, Heat Nation. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe as we push the 6,000 subscribers. I know times are tough lately, Heat fans. I know content is dry and boring, but I'm going to keep doing the best I can to give you the best content I can. I love y'all. Until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that is enough said. Let's go, Heat.